All right, so I'm recording. It is February 4th, which is crazy. It's our first team call for February. And I just wanted to thank you guys for being here and taking the time to, invest in your business. We have an awesome guest speaker tonight. I know you're going to be really excited to hear from her. Before we get started, I just want to remind you, I muted everybody, but if you have anything to ask, anything to say, anything to share, please feel free to drop it in the chat box or unmute yourself. I'm just going to do some quick recognition since we have the end of the month SC board up. And so I'm just going to give some shout outs there, and then I'll introduce our guest speaker. So first and foremost, our coach of the week this week was Shayla Owens. She is a newer coach, and she's just totally rocking her business and especially her journey. I know she has some obstacles. She was talking the other day about, making it work doing T20 from her hotel room. And she's a busy mama and she's just making it work, no excuses. And she also, like I said, is a newer coach and has already gotten her summit ticket. That's a huge commitment and a huge investment in her business already. Clearly she has that vision and she's setting herself up for a successful long-term business. So awesome job, Shayla. And then with Success Club 5 or above, we had Christina Tropiano ended up at 18, which she technically ended up at 20 because if you see on the right-hand side is Justin. I have no idea how to say her fiance's last name, but is 2 points. So that really means Christina got SC 20. Myself at 12, Kristen Robbins at 10, Kelsey at 10, Randy at 10. Whoa, lots of 10 pluses. Erin at 6 and Ashley Hooley at 6. And then with the almost there column, we had Liz at 4, Kara at 4, Nikki at 4, Erica at 3, Alex at 2, Samantha Stone at 2, Emily at 2, Joe at 2, Jenny at 2, Samantha Goetz at 2, and like I said, Justin at 2. So we had so many lives changed in January, and I just know that we're going to keep that momentum going and kick it off strong in February. Yeah, good job, guys. So with that, I am going to introduce quickly our guest speaker. Her name, I know I showed you, her picture and gave you a little bit of a heads up as to who's going to be on our call today. Her name is Krista Walsh. Krista and I connected in a group that's for people in the Northeast pushing for Elite and Premier. And Krista is a newer coach too. She's only been a coach for a little over a year, she said. She used to be a teacher also, which is kind of neat to learn. She's also a mom, so we have a lot in common. And she is just crushing it in her business. She has a lot of success turning challengers into coaches, which I know, Krista, a lot of us are really excited to hear what you have for us, especially in that department, because I feel like I hear a lot from people that we don't feel that that's one of our strong suits. So we're excited to learn from you. And not to mention, Krista's going to be on the National Wake Up Call in 2 weeks. So that's pretty kick-ass. So I'm excited to hear from her herself. So Krista, I'll let you take it over.
I'm nervous. I'm like sweating.
Don't think of this as like prep for the National Wake Up Call.
I know. Well, that's what it's like because I've never been on a call where I don't know anyone. So I'm like,
we're your rehearsal.
And I can't drink wine because I'm pregnant. So it's just me watching you guys, staring at you.
Well, congrats.
Thanks. Okay. So Brooke, thank you so much. That was awesome. We connected and we just talked, and obviously Brooke just kind of was like, what are your strong suits? So I am not by any means like professional. I had just told her what I think I am pretty good at. So take it with a grain of salt, or if it works for you, please feel free to ask me questions. And then I can go over anything else as well. But so a little background about me is I was a teacher. I taught 4th grade for 2 years. My husband is military, and we ended up moving like legit across the country from Montana to Boston. We had just had a daughter. She was 2 months old.
Do you live in Boston right now?
I'm in Boston right now. Yep.
Where?
I'm in Leominster.
I guess we never talked about location because I live in Walpole.
Are you in Boston?
So it's outside of Boston. It's like 25 minutes south of Boston. It's in Walpole.
Yeah, I'm in Leominster.
Yeah, that's so funny.
You know how they say it. That's hilarious.
That's so funny. Okay.
Okay, so then I moved. Anyway, so long story short, I just didn't want to put my daughter in daycare. I didn't know anyone. And I had honestly reached out to my upline. I don't know if any of you have done Tone It Up. I was a huge Tone It Up girl. And I noticed her postpartum results were not what they were when she was doing Tone It Up. So I just reached out to her and was like, how do I get into coaching? What is this stuff like? I'd never drank Shaco. I'd never tried the workouts, but I knew I didn't want to start. I did not want to leave my daughter at such a young age where I didn't know anyone. And I didn't want to put her in daycare. Whereas when we were in Montana, she was in daycare, but it was one of my students' moms, so it didn't count. Because I did go back to teaching. Long story short, I honestly just took off running with my business. I asked her what I needed to do, and she told me like consistency is a huge part of coaching. So to this day, and this is what I'm going to be talking about as well on the call, is I have never missed a day of like posting. I've never missed a day of talking on my Insta story. I've had like the shittiest days. I'm human, right? There's days where I don't want to get on my Insta story, and therefore I still do, but I'm really genuine. I don't know if any of you even follow me, but I'm really like raw and real with my followers. Like if I'm not having a good day, I'll be honest, like my toddler's crazy, she's not sleeping, or this happened. And I feel that has really helped my business, because you're going to get people that life is butterflies and rainbows 24/7. And you're like, there is no way this person cannot have a bad day. So I feel that what really helps is, and I'm going to be so random, I'm just letting you know, I'm like the most random jump around person ever, but I felt like what really helped me in the beginning and now is just being who you are on your Instagram and on your Facebook. And that's kind of what started me. I made one post about coaching, that I was going to take a break from teaching and do health and fitness. And anyone that liked that post, obviously I reached out to, but from then on, it was really hard for me to grow my Instagram at first. I was all my warm market, like went straight on with Facebook. I didn't even start hitting my Instagram until maybe like 3 months into the business, which I always tell my coaches now, do not do that. Like do Facebook, do Instagram, but your warm market's going to dry up. You're going to get all the no's, and then you're left with nothing. So if you can do both at the same time, you're going to have like multiple doors being opened versus just Facebook or just Instagram. So I did that. So I reached out to Facebook. I was who I am on Instagram, and I get a lot of people that tell me like, I love your energy. I love that you're real. I love that you're this and that, because I am, because people want to know you're relatable, right? People want to know that you're struggling. People want to know that you're pregnant and Shakeology tastes disgusting. Like people want to know that, instead of you just being like every single day, because no one's going to relate to you. And then they're going to be like, God, I'm going through this life right now. And this is what I tell my coaches, whatever phase of life you're on, show that in your journey. So if you're going through something super devastating, talk about that, because someone out there is as well. If you're getting married, make your coaching about getting married. Talk to the newlyweds, talk to the people getting married. If you just had a baby, does that make sense? Like go after those type of people with the lifestyle that you're in. So I felt that kept me true to what was going on as well. So that's kind of like a background of how I kind of got started. But as for coaching, what I do is I'm really bad at like reaching out to people and being like, hey, do you want to coach? Just because like, I don't know how you guys invite, but I got so many cold messages when I was doing Tone It Up about how I'd be the best Beachbody coach in the whole wide world, from, I don't even know these people. And I'm like, how did they even know I'd be a good coach? Like I've never talked to in my life. So I always made sure I would never do that to anyone else. Like I didn't like the feeling. I thought it was super cold, super salesy. So sorry if any of you do that, but that's just not me. And I was like, I will never Instagram someone that I've never talked to and be like, hey girl, like love your feed. Do you want to be a coach? You'd be a great coach, because I don't know if they'd be a great coach. So I am not the best at recruiting coaches dead on. I am very good at getting challengers. And that's because, like I said, I'm talking in my stories. I'm always doing polls. And then I just make sure I post every single day. If you come to my page, there is a coaching or a challenge group accountability post twice a week. So I get on challengers that way. And then, so once they're in, so let's say you signed up for a challenge pack, you're in my group, and I can send this to Brooke. I send an email. I really try to keep everything on Gmail. I've gone from like doing free groups. And so I have girls on Facebook, I have girls on Instagram, and then Gmail. And it just gets to be way too overwhelming because I'm messaging on all different like social media aspects, and I cannot. So I just started sticking with Gmail. And I just give them a week. Like obviously the first week of the challenge group, they're doing stuff and I'm checking in, whether that's Instagram, like a quick, hey girl, like how's everything going? Whatever. And so then at the end of the week, I send them an email and it's going to say, like, thank you so much for joining. How was your first week? And I ask them 3 questions. I ask them what workout's been their favorite. I ask them how their nutrition is going, how whatever supplement they purchase. So if it was Shaco or Energize and Recover, how they like it. And then have they noticed any changes? So those questions, those 3 questions, what workouts are you doing? What's been your favorite? How are you liking the supplement you purchased? Have you noticed any changes? And I don't know, I think those are my 3. So anyway, you're gonna get 97% of the time, because there's always that couple people that don't like anything. And they're gonna be like, oh my God, I love it. I love what it's been doing for me. Because you've given them a week, right? You don't wanna check in when they haven't even tried it. I've given them a solid week and they're gonna tell you, oh my gosh, like I love it. It's done this for me. It's done this for me. I have so much energy, like the whole, they're going to tell you and they're going to be honest with you because why not, right? So then I just simply say, and I can send this to you guys too, that's so awesome. And I just simply say, you know, since you're liking it so much and you've noticed all this stuff, you're going to be charged another shipment. So you can either cancel, or since you're liking it so much, let's switch you to the 25% off. You're not locked in. And I just have graphics. I don't like word vomit these people. So I just show them the graphic. I show them the 25% off. And then I always make sure, sorry, I'm like confusing. I say, since you're liking it so much, let's switch you to the discount. You get 25% off. You're not locked in. You can skip, blah, blah, blah. Or you can cancel before your next shipment. That way they don't feel like you're like backing them into a wall. They have to sign up. They're locked into this contract. I do not talk about the $15.95 business fee. I feel like the graphic says it. I'm not lying. I'm not being like yucky or slimy, but I do not tell them, oh, by the way, you have to pay a $15.95 business fee. Don't worry, because that's going to scare people. So I send the graphic. They can read it themselves. It says right in the graphic, like, you have to pay a $15.95 business fee. And the only thing I will say to them is, don't worry, you're not coaching yet. And I always say yet. Don't worry, you're not coaching yet, but you do have to pay the fee. And that's if they ask. Like, but I don't. One of my coaches right now is struggling so hard to get discount coaches because she's just so like freaked out about the $15.95 fee that it's like she's word vomiting these people and they're like, okay, then I'm not signing up. Like, you just went on a rant about this fee when it's not even that big of a deal. Like, it's already in their discount. So I will send them that. And you guys, I'm not kidding you. I keep it so short and sweet that I have so many discount coaches. Like, all of them are like, okay, like switch me over. Okay. So then that started building my legs, right? So now they're getting the discount. They're loving the product because they're drinking it. And now they're getting results. And I just always keep an eye on my challengers that are checking in. I don't know about you guys, but you'll get some people that sign up and they're like gone. And you're like, hello, like, how is everything going? And they don't answer you, or it's fine. I'm not on social media. I don't check in. So you don't want them to be a business coach, right? Because they're already struggling to check in. So I just look for my challengers that are just kicking butt. No one has a kid on. Kicking butt in like their check-ins. They don't even have to be getting results. Like, I don't focus on that. If they're getting results, that's even better. But the ones that are checking in daily, the ones that are engaging in my posts, the ones that are drinking, and I will tell them, like, on the side, I'll message them and just be like, dude, you are literally, what are your thoughts on coaching? Like, and I'm very just honest and straightforward, if you can't tell from my personality in a couple minutes, like blunt, like, dude, you're already doing what a coach does. Like, you're actually already signed up. You're checking in, you're crushing your fitness journey. What are your thoughts on coaching? You're already doing it. You might as well make an income on the side. So that's really helped me. And I will say, about 90% of probably 95% of my coaches are challengers because they've been in my groups. Some will say no, or, like, I'm too nervous, I'm this and that. And then you just kind of have to tell them, like, but you're already doing it. Like, you're already posting, you're already sharing your story, things like that. And then what I do that's really easy is one of my mentor actually showed me this. I just make like a really, and again, I can send you guys anything, but I'm not a professional. So I just make like a short 5-minute clip of what we as coaches do. So again, I just feel like with Beachbody, we have so much information and we're so excited to share this gift with everyone. But then it comes off like word vomit and people are like, like, whoa, no, never mind. I'm going to 6 being a challenger. So if I've asked you like, dude, you are doing so good. Like you're crushing your check-ins. Like you're so inspiring, because I'm not lying. They are. Because why would I want a coach on my team that isn't doing the vital behaviors already, right? So I'm really being genuine with the girls I'm looking to coach. And then I just send them that little snippet. It's 5 minutes long. It can be as long as you want. And I just do a quick YouTube. I put the video on YouTube and I send them, here, this is what we as coaches do. Or if you guys run coaching sneak peeks, we do that as well. I will add them to that. And that's what kind of gets them. That way they can like see everything. You're not messaging. This is what we do. And they're reading all this words. It's you talking to them, and it's more personable that way to me. And that, you guys, has really helped. But like I said, a lot of my coaches have started as discount coaches. I've had a couple that have jumped straight from a challenger to a coach. I was actually telling Brooke this. I have gotten a lot. I've built my husband's account to Diamond. And then I've had girls underneath him who swore on their life they were just going to be a discount coach go Diamond. So then he's rank advanced on that account. And I'm like, are you kidding? So it really is just a gamble of what these people do. But to me, like, that's fine with me. Like, if you're going to be successful, be successful. It doesn't matter what account you're on. But my point is you never know. Like, get them into the discount, and then once they're in, and they're going to be consistent. If they're paying for the stuff monthly, they're going to be consistent. So then I just look for them. And like I said, it's always people I want. All of my challengers are people I could be friends with in real life. All of my coaches and I are extremely close now. We're all in a group thread. We talk all the time. And I'm trying to think. But that's just really, that's what helps me is I will be honest, I struggle with reaching out right away and recruiting coaches. As I don't know, I need to be better about that, and I'm working on that. But mine honestly just come from challengers. So that's why I think that free groups are so important. I run monthly groups. I do 2 a month. And I just make sure I'm constantly engaging in my group so girls can see me and see what they're doing. And then I have all my girls listed out. I'm always checking to see what challengers are just being amazing. And now that my team is growing, which is amazing, I'm seeing their challengers and I'm reaching out to my coaches like, hey, did you talk to Ashley? Like, did you notice she's been checking in every day straight and she's absolutely loving her Energize or her Shakeology and she's posting recipes? Like, that is a coach. And to them, they're like, oh, no, I haven't asked her yet. And it's like, why? She's doing what she should be doing. But I don't know. I think that's all I have of how I get them. Do you want me to keep going? I don't even know what else.
That's awesome. I mean, yeah, keep going if you want, if you have anything else to share. Do you guys have any questions? Maybe that would be.
Yeah, ask me questions.
Better.
I was reading some stuff. Lemonster. Where's Kara?
Her name's Kara.
Kara, where are you?
I made that mistake. I called her Kara for a very long time, and then we met her in person, and we were like, shit, your name's Kara.
Kara, where are you?
I'm in Bolton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Bolton.
Yeah, no, it's not bad.
Fun.
That's so fun. Yeah, we have a bunch of actually like Boston locals on this team.
I have 0.
Really? Well, that's because you moved here. I kind of like built a local team, not even trying to. It just kind of happened just from like friends of friends and Warm Market and that sort of thing. I'm trying to think if we have any questions. What are you talking about on the National Wake Up Call?
I'm talking about my coach story. I actually meet with them tomorrow to go over what they're like looking for and what they want me to say. But that's what I was going to talk about. I guess just me as a new coach and like how I've gotten to where I am, which that's what I was telling you guys, like just being consistent, I think is huge. Yeah. Just in your challenge group showing up and make sure you're running free groups. And then, yeah, I just post. And that's the thing too. And that's how I think because I will say I do have good SC numbers every month, is because I am very consistent with showing up every day. And I've noticed that like, if you're one of those people, I don't know if any of you are, that comes on and you're like, obviously you can tell like I'm energetic because I love what I do. But if you're coming on like on a Monday and then you don't come on till Thursday and then your Insta story's dead, and I get it. I totally get it. For some reason, I attract girls that work Monday through Friday, 40 hours a week. I don't know why, because I don't anymore. So sometimes it's hard for me to relate. But if you're not active at all on Insta story and you're not posting and you're one of those people that comes in and out, you can't stick to a program, you're always falling off nutrition. Like when I'm not pregnant, I like love my wine, and I struggle with nutrition sometimes, but I talk about that. Like people know me on my Instagram is like, I love wine. So when I wasn't drinking, like a million people were like, are you pregnant? Like that's how much I talk about wine, because I'm like, yep. But I've noticed like if you're not consistent and you're not showing up, even if it's like, it doesn't even have to be Beachbody, because we wear so many different hats. We're not just a Beachbody coach. Like you're a mom, you're a wife, you're a dog mom, you're something. I make sure that, like I said, twice a week, I'm talking about accountability groups and coaching. And then honestly, go to my page. You're just going to see my daughter. You're going to see my daughter. You're going to see like, well, not anymore, but like if we would go wine tasting or just other things, because people don't want to just come to your page and have Beachbody thrown at them left and right, because there are 400,000 Beachbody coaches, right? Like they get it. Basically we're doing the same thing, but what draws them into you is you being consistent, them watching you every single day, them seeing your results. Like after 80-day obsession is when I probably had the most SC points, because I had people tell me no, and then they started following my journey. And then at the end of 80-day obsession, people were like, okay, because that's something I stuck with 100% to a T. And I showed up every single day on my Instagram, Facebook too, but I was very consistent, and that's where my challengers are coming from, because they're watching you versus you coming in on a Monday and then coming in on a Friday and running a group. They're going to be like, what? Like, I don't even know if what you're doing works, because I haven't seen anything. So
Right.
Even if you work full time, I've told my girls, you still have to make a post, like plan your post out, take a time. I'm sure you've all heard this, like schedule your post on your notes, but you just want to be consistent in any way you can, so people still see your face. Otherwise, they're going to stop following you and they're going to go to someone that is. And I'll be honest, I about died. One of my PS's coaches, she's not even mine, I'm like mentoring her right now. She was telling me how her challenge group wasn't active. Like no one's participating. It was really dead. And I was like, why? And she was like, I don't know. And I'm like, well, aren't you in because we have like a big team-wide Transform 20 group. And she was like, no, I didn't purchase Transform 20. I was like, what? What? She's like, yeah, no, I just didn't purchase it. I'm like, okay, so there you go. Because all these people that have been following her follow other Beachbody coaches, and they're seeing everyone doing Transform 20, and she's doing 80-day obsession for the third time. Like,
yeah,
that didn't work. So that's where it's like, and then she wasn't being consistent. She was like going in and out. So whether you purchase Transform 20, if you had a good reason not to, but stuff like that, like show people, like show them what's going on. Mm-hmm. And that's how you're going to attract your challengers. And then once you have your challengers, get them to the discount the first week or two. I never wait until the very end, because their shipment's going to come out, and I give them time to cancel. And then once they're in a discount, then start talking coaching to them. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like a little effect, I guess.
Yeah, like a little domino effect. Tell me about your because this has come up in conversation in our team, your free groups. Is it like a 5-day group? Is it like an ongoing free group? How often do you do it?
So I will be honest, I do mine once a month. If my coaches have not hit SC, they are to do them twice a month. I was just on a diamond retreat 2 weeks ago, and I don't know if you guys know Moira. Yeah. Yep. So she actually came and spoke to us, and she's freaking awesome. And she was even like, free groups are like the bread and butter to coaching. She was like, without a free group, you are going from, because this is the issue that a lot of people run into. From the beginning, I've always just been taught about free groups. So thankfully my coaches haven't, but I have other Beachbody friends that have run into this. So let's say, for instance, my challenge group starts February 11th. So what is the date? So I talked about it today. I'm going to talk about it for the week, right? I'll do like a last call on the 10th, and then it opens on the 11th, I have nothing else to invite to the rest of the month because my challenge group started. So I'm going to be sprinkling in like, I have 3 more spots left. I never say my group is closed. I never close my challenge groups. I have like 4 spots too. But then if you think about it, that's a long time. That's every single day you're just talking about a challenge group. And if people are like, okay, moving on. So then a free group comes up, right? So I tend to run mine because my goal is always SC10 by like the 5th of the month. Like I try and get my numbers in, and that way I can focus on my coaches and helping them build. So I will, my calendar's behind me, or behind you guys. The last week of every month, I will run a free group, and I can talk about that. But that way, because I've already hit my SC numbers, those girls fall at the very end of the month, and they're going to roll over into March. So then I have my challenge group that I'm talking about. And now I'm going to start talking about my free group. So anyone that's not interested in my challenge group, that's fine. But now I'm going to run a free group, and you're going to get people all the time that hear free and they're like, me, like I'll do it. And that's great because now they're getting a glimpse into your free group. So we have an entire Google Doc of free groups, and they can be anything. Like, my daughter's yelling. They can be 3 days. I don't like to do anything more than, well, I've done it twice. I've done like a 2-week free trial. Have you guys done those?
Like with the 14-day trial of bottoming? Yeah.
Yep. So I've done that, and I found that people will fall off at the end. So I've kept it like I do a hybrid calendar for week 1 with them, and then they can just jumble around and do whatever they want for week 2. But I have gotten a lot of challenge packs on that because people want to see what you're doing. So that's like the perfect way for them to commit without having, or to see without committing. But I find like the really short and sweet ones, like, again, what is the season that's going on, right? So in the summer, I love to do a barbecue, like a grill out, because it's summer and it's like, you need to do what people are doing. So summer, I do a grilling one. We're going to do like a self-love one come February. I just finished one like last week, actually just ended. And it was a busy mom, me, because I'm a busy mom. It was a busy mom. It was called Busy Girl Hacks plus Snacks. So it was a quick workout in the morning. It was a HIIT workout. And I gave them like a printable. And then the PM check-in was just quick snacks for busy moms. And I didn't even like just target moms. It was everyone because everyone's busy. So it was a super quick workout in the morning and a super quick snack they could do. And it was 3, but I pushed it to 5 because I was mentoring 2 coaches. And I wanted us all to post. And that one was awesome because, again, people want to relate to you. So I always tend to I like to do a workout. Sometimes I feel like if you don't do anything fitness related, at the very end, it's really hard to be like, okay, girl. So I actually run monthly, and they're going to be like, what? I just joined you because we were painting our toes for 5 days or something weird. I don't know. But so like make it like, so it's, because at the end I will message everybody and just be like, hey girl, thanks so much for joining me. I don't know if you know this, but I do run monthly accountability groups just like this. This was like a glimpse into what that is. Would you like some information? My next group starts February 10th. And that way they can be like, oh, and if they don't, okay, they've seen what you're doing and now they're what, right? Does that make sense? Like they see that was fun. But I don't think going anything more than 7 days just because people fall off. And I feel
like 5 days. Like I think like Monday through Friday, because then the weekends people start to fade.
Yeah. And I do like a 3. Our most popular, we just talked about this the other day, is we do like a 12-day of fitness. If you haven't done that one.
Yep.
That one's like a big one. And then there's another really good one, like tank top arms. Like just think of stuff that people are doing in this season. So you could do like a crock pot one is a really popular one. I'm sure none of you are surprised. I did like a Pinot Noir and meal prep one. So it was like drink wine and meal prep, and it was a blast. Who doesn't like drinking wine and meal prepping, right? So we did that, and everyone loved that one. And then I don't know, I honestly use some of the stuff in our drive, but as a teacher, like I'm like, I want to make my own. So I'll just make that stuff. But that's my thing with my girls is if you have not hit SC, do the one in the beginning. Like you have your challenge group. So you're inviting. You have all these different cool things to invite to. And then if you still have not helped 3 people, again, I say this all the time. I am not their boss. I don't handhold. I am not their boss, but I am their mentor. And so I tell them nicely, you haven't helped 3 people, you should run another free group, because now you have 2 weeks left to help 3 people. And if not, all those people are going to roll into your month, and then you can start your next month super strong.
Right. So if they're running one at the end of the month, those people would roll into the next month. And then if they still haven't hit SC, then maybe like the 3rd week run a
Yeah. And it sounds like you guys have high SC numbers from your call. You hit like 18 wherever you are. Christina,
right? She rocks it. She really has training because her fiance had 2 points.
Yeah. So Christina, I would, all of you, but I would definitely wait till the end and then keep all those people and roll them in.
That's exactly what I used to do, but I just got away from it. I don't know why, but that's exactly what I would do. I would specifically do it the last week, then I would start my next month off strong.
Yeah. And in that way you just like set your goal. And everyone, like even my girl, like I have like, it doesn't matter what you're doing, like SC2, SC4, SC6, but I will say I found it very helpful. And Moira even like backed it up, and I felt so cool when she said that, because I was like, yeah, I already do that. Why am I not a top 5 coach? I don't know. I would like run 2, like run 1 in the beginning, do your challenge group, and then waiver off, give people like time to, you're not like jamming call to actions down their throat. And then at the very end, run a different one. Mm-hmm. And my girls always team up. They like never do them.
Yeah. No, always team up for sure.
Yep.
Cool. I think that's great.
Yes.
I love that. I'm going to try to get back into that schedule for March. Well, I guess it's the beginning of February, so February too.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any questions? I know you guys have questions.
Well, mine too. They're like, I'm going to wait. Who wants to know, Randy?
We definitely want your scripts or whatever.
Yeah, is that what you're talking about? Will you please share? Mm-hmm. The email, yeah.
Yeah, the email.
Yeah, I definitely will. And then I'll just like attach what I say to switch to the discount, just because I know that's what my team struggles with, is converting people to discount coaches. Mm-hmm. So I can do that. Yes.
Do you feel like you talk a lot about the products and Shakeology and stuff in your challenge groups to like show them the value? So I feel like sometimes people aren't wanting to continue with it because they don't see the value in it. And I personally do a better job about doing it.
And even being pregnant, it was way worse. I could honestly, this is so bad, I could honestly drink Energize and Recover for the rest of my life and it would be okay. And it takes me, like I love Shakeology, like I really do. But if there goes like a couple days where I don't drink it, I'm not, and that's like awful to say as a coach, but it doesn't like, my life's not ruined if I don't drink it. So right. I personally, I talk about Energize and Recover all the time, and that's just what I like. And I love Beach Bar. So I always have my girls pick a product that they love. You need to know about Shaco. Like you can't have no knowledge on it, but I just love Energize and Recover. And do I drink it? Yeah. But if you, and I do make sure I do a post about it every now and then, but I just like, that was to me, like another thing that I saw all the time was like, you have to drink the shakes, like the shakes. And I'm like, I don't know. Whereas Energize and Recover, to me, Energize, like I'm doing Transform 20 and I'm freaking pregnant. And I'm like, dude, that gets me through my workout. Like that is my jam. Mm-hmm. So I talk about Energize and Recover. Whereas some coaches live and breathe Shaco, and that's fine. But I will, in my groups, I do like a Thirsty Thursday. So I will talk about Energize or I will talk about Shaco. And I used to do, all my groups change, but on Sunday I would do like a Shaco spotlight. So I would pick one ingredient from Shakeology and I would talk about it because a lot of people don't even know what they're drinking. And then that way they see it. And then I do that a lot. So not every week, because remember, I feel like people already come into Beachbody with that, like, she's going to try and get me to buy that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I always tell them, you get the first month in your bundle. After that, you can cancel. But if you're struggling with nutrition, like, why would you? But so I try to really not like force it upon people, but I do sprinkle it in because I feel like that's more genuine. And I know that I would react better to that than someone being like, you have to drink this or you're not going to get results. However, when we were doing 80-day obsession, I talked about it all the time because you needed it, right? You needed Energize and Recover. You had to drink it. Like it was one of your reds. So I'm very in and out, but I will do a post twice a week, not twice a week, probably once a week. And then towards the end of my group, I always put the discount option in there. Like, is the group starting to end? I'll be like, okay, you guys, like for those of you that have been drinking it, I'll do like a big post about it, and I'll put like the 25% off option, comment below, but I've already emailed them on the side.
Right. Okay.
I hope that helps. I'm like the worst.
No, you're not. You're awesome.
Okay, go. Because I'm like, I love it, but I'm like, and then when I got pregnant, I was like, absolutely not. I have like a whole cupboard. If anyone wants any, you pack it.
How pregnant are you? When do you do?
I am 18 weeks on Wednesday.
Nice. It's exciting.
Yes. I know. I'm super pumped. We're having another girl.
You are. And how old's your daughter now?
She'll be 2 February 12th.
Okay, so she's only 2. That's fun.
Yeah, we're excited.
Yeah, that's fun.
It'll be awesome.
Cool. Well, we have a ton of moms on our team. That's why I was asking.
If you're pregnant moms, I'm doing this for the first time, so I'll have to let you know. I'm doing a February 11th. We are doing a prego, like a baby bump / postpartum fitness group. So I'm super excited. I've obviously never done one. I did tone it up when I was pregnant with my first. So I'm excited to see how it goes. I didn't want to keep it like just baby bumps because I try to not like seclude myself. And my upline secluded herself, and I was like, oh my God, months 2, it was awful because you're so pregnant that you're like, I don't want to freaking work out anymore. So I started to do baby bump / postpartum as one group. So that could be an idea for you guys. And then my second group, I'm doing a self-love. It's called Be Beautiful. And it's like focusing all on self-love for February. So I'm excited to try that as a mom pregnant with Beachbody. So I'm doing like a hybrid calendar of like workouts for them to try. And then because I feel like postpartum pregnancy, like you're kind of still on the same track workout-wise.
Yeah. So for the workouts, are you like showing a video, or are you doing like a visual of like?
Yeah. So I made a hybrid calendar. I just made it this morning for the first week. So I'm taking like 80-day obsession legs.
Okay. So they're doing the 14-day free trial.
No, they have to buy a challenge pack.
Wait, this isn't for your free group?
No, this is like a legit accountability group.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't done a free group yet, but yeah. So that it has to be a challenge pack. And then I'm going to tell them if like you want more, if you're on your postpartum and you're ready to like crush it, do Transform 20. So I'm going to see how that goes. So I haven't done it yet, but that's just something I'm excited for because again, stage of life, I'm like, okay, well, I can do a baby bump.
Right.
If anyone's pregnant or postpartum, I can let you know how it goes.
Yeah, for sure. Let us know. So then for your free groups, what do you do for the workouts if they don't have the free trial?
I come up with my own, so I can't share.
Like in the past, I've done like a quick live video, and I've shown like 3 moves, and you do it for like a minute each type of a deal.
Yeah, so we'll do that. I've done that. I've done I can try and show you guys. I just made these. I use Canva. I don't know if you guys use Canva.
Love Canva. Yeah.
I'm obsessed with Canva. So I just make them. Or like I said, our team's really in. So Ashley Smith is my upline. Do you guys know who it is? So she just obviously has a ton. So we are really, we like love bouncing ideas off of each other. She's awesome in that sense that she'll like share. So we like don't ever recreate the wheel. So this is one that she came up with a while ago. And then I just redid it. Teacher life. I was like, I'm going to do my own. But I can try and show you. So this is what every day there was a different one. Can you guys see that?
Yeah. Tone in 20 cardio.
Yeah. So there's like circuit 1, there were 4 circuits. And so this is what came up on the free group. So that was like Monday's workout. And then I did like a lower body, a total body. And Brooke, I can even add you to this group and you can show them.
Yeah, I love it.
But so stuff like that. So I'll just do graphics because I feel like people can print out graphics easier than they're not going to watch my video. And I feel like, I'm like, I hate doing this for you. Like I hate working out on my Insta story. I don't want you to keep this video.
Yeah.
So I like to do graphics because a lot of girls will be like, I still go to the gym. Can I just print that out?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So that's what I do. Does that help you guys? I hope I didn't ramble and you weren't like, so how do we get coaches?
No, this has been awesome. This has been totally awesome.
Needs to slow down.
No, this has been great.
Good. So yeah, that's my advice is be consistent, be yourself. And then if you guys are good at converting coaches right off the bat, do it. But
How many hours would you say you work a day?
One of my coaches just asked me this yesterday, and I'm like, oh, that's such a loaded question. So I get up. I've done this too. If you've ever like shown people like a life in coaching,
Day in the life.
I've done that every once in a while. Like show them a day in your life. So show them like how coaching fits into your lifestyle. And that way people again can relate to you. But so I will get up. A lot of my challengers and my coaches, we do our Transform 20 at 5:45 in the morning. That's been hard. And we do that, and it's like over. And that way you're showing the accountability piece, right? So every day at 5:45, I press play with my girls. And so I will show a couple moves, and then I screenshot our accountability because it's showing accountability. Mm-hmm. So I do that. And then I am done by like 6 something. And then I will do PD. And then I get as much done as I can before McKinley gets up, and she's like between 7:30, 8. So it just kind of depends. So I'll do 5:45 to we'll say 7:30. I'll answer emails. I try and do a lot of stuff on my phone before McKinley gets up, just because I still have mom guilt when she's awake, and I'm trying to be on my phone, and I hate it. So I'll get all of that done, and then I'll put it away. And again, if you watch my story, you'll see McKinley learning, and I do a lot of things with her. And then McKinley will take her nap, and since I've already worked out, I will do the rest. So I'll check into my challenge group. I will answer the rest of my emails. I will check in with my coaches. And she usually sleeps 2 hours. But again, this is she used to sleep 30 minutes, and it would just depend. And then McKinley's up. And then the rest of the day, I'm kind of in the cracks, answering messages because I'm Eastern. So everyone answers me when it's dinner time. And then Mike and I will hang out at night, and then sometimes he'll go to bed and I'll stay up a little bit later, do more stuff. One last check-in with my group, and then that's kind of it. But I will be honest, and I've shared this on my story, McKinley goes to daycare twice a week, as it's amazing for her and myself. Mm-hmm. So as McKinley's gone, I will legit go to Starbucks for 4 hours straight and just do as much as I can. And then I've already worked out. So then when she naps, I try to get off of Beachbody and try and do other things. But if I still have stuff to do, I'll knock that out. So that's an entire day's worth of stuff. And then the next day she doesn't go to daycare, and I can spend way more time with her. Mm-hmm. So I do that. That's pretty much a day. But I told my husband, I'm I feel like I'm starting to work more just because I have goals I want to hit by Summit.
Yeah.
That I'm probably doing 4 to 5.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit more.
We're really similar.
Yes. So I do that.
Cool.
And then I just try and show, I think the thing that helps is I just try and show a lot of my followers that I'm not just a beach. I know that sounds bad, but that I'm not just a Beachbody coach.
Right.
That right. So I just try and show them everyday things I do. Cause I know that if you were watching me, you wouldn't be oh my God, there's her morning shake. Now she's working out, and now she's going to talk to us about I just trying to make it. So it's oh, you're a real human, and you have feelings and a life, and you're a mom, and you're going through things in life. And it's not just Beachbody, but I also make sure that I do my job. So if you come to my page and I reach out to you and say hey girl, saw you liked my post about my group starting, they're not going to be blindsided and be what do you do?
Right.
They know. Because I post polls. Polls are big.
Yep.
I post engaging polls all the time, and I try and do 2 call to actions a week. Because I have my challenge group and my free group, and then coaching. Mm-hmm. So that's what works for me.
This has been awesome.
Okay, good. I hope that helps.
Definitely, if you don't mind adding me to that group and sharing all your fun stuff, that would be awesome, and I will relay all the information. And thank you for taking the time to share with us, and we can't wait to hear you on the National Wake Up Call and be yep, we were your
Lord. Luck. We're pre-recorded. Literally, when they asked me, my words out of my mouth were, I'm me. I'm I am not even cool. And he was okay, so is that a yes? I'm I don't know, I'm pregnant hormonal, I guess so. He was okay, Krista. I was yeah. But it's pre-recorded, so February 18th.
Love it. Can't wait. You're going to do awesome.
And then any questions you guys have? if you can ask Brooke or ask me, and I can help you guys.
For sure. Let's take a quick picture.
Yeah.
You know what we're doing here. Put it on your stories.
Can I hop in and say one thing fast?
Yeah, of course.
Please.
So you guys might see a new face on here. We have Kristen down below, who I added to the Team Liberate group like 5 seconds before the call started. And the fact that she's on here is amazing, and I just wanted to give her a shout out. So she is one of the girls who is in my challenge group, rocking it. Saw her really accountable and said, you should be a coach. And literally knew she's right on here, so she deserves a shout out.
Awesome.
That is awesome.
Nice to meet you, Kristen. All right, let's take a quick pic. Ready? Oh, who's coming back? Who's that? Oh, that Andrea. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Cool. All right. Thank you, guys.
Perfect, you guys, thank you for having me. Best of luck.
Thank you so
All
much.
the coaches that you recruit.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.